Hi everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. As planned, today being August 12th, and recognizing some holidays or observances during this month of August, we're going to be talking about National Wellness and Immunization Month and how we could be proactive, learn the value of products and services for our senior loved ones. So first, what I'm going to focus on is that it is Wellness Month. And what does that mean for us seniors? It means a lot, especially they need some oversight and advocacy for them. So, and that being you, maybe a son, daughter, niece, nephew, grandchild, whoever that it may be, this is your time that is important to really step it up and making sure they're getting their needs accomplished. So August is National Wellness Month. It is a special focus on senior wellness. It's time to highlight the importance of physical and mental for older adults, encouraging them to prioritize self-care, healthy habits, and social connections. This includes activities like regular exercise, balanced nutrition, mindful practices, stimulation, and maintaining social relationships. Key aspects of social and senior wellness celebrated during National Wellness Month. So these are the key focuses that are important that should be looked upon during this month. Is physical health. It's important to emphasize on the physical health because it could deteriorate the mental health if somebody's not feeling well. So the physical activity is something to be, looked after. Are they maintaining muscle mass? Like the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. Bone density is important as well too, especially as we get older. We require a lot more care for our bones, and we want to make sure that they are dense, they are strong, so they're not brittle, especially with arthritis and osteoarthritis, and flexibility. Being able to bend those limbs and having a little bit more balance issues, but that flexibility does really help and a lot with gait also, meaning walking, as well as reducing the risk of chronic diseases. So if somebody perpetually has urinary tract infections, it could really result in kidney failure and a lot that does deteriorate in more of a chronic disease. So these are important to catch it and be more proactive, like we were talking about, and learning the services that could be rendered for this as well. Mental health. Promoting mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing exercise to manage stress and overall well-being. A lot of anxiety does happen with a lot of our seniors. They're alone, they're isolated, they're scared of a lot of situations. There's a lot of scams going out there. Am I going to be the next one to be attacked? Oh, there's a hurricane coming. Am I prepared? How do I get out, to the supermarket? I really can't drive anymore. I'm not really comfortable. So the mental health really puts a lot of anxiety, and then it can result in a lot of depression as well too. Social wellness, encouraging seniors to connect with others through social activities and support groups to foster positive relationships and combat social isolation. It's really unique in when I do what I call the 4 pillars of needs, when I do work with a new individual client, a senior client in the families. I have them fill out my client profile. It's the 4 pillars of needs. Not only is affordability, it is also medical, but it's also what they like to do socially and spirituality. And the reason why social goes beyond in a lot of scope of things is because, like I said, if they're home alone, they're isolated, there's not much communication or pleasantries to look upon. Nothing's better than eating with somebody, breaking bread with somebody, and even playing a card game. But really they reduce to just watching TV all day long. And as we know, that's kind of depressing as well as what our world is involved in. But social activities is very, very important. And I'm going to talk about how this benefits in senior living. Balanced nutrition is making sure that they are eating balanced diets, especially if somebody is more prone to be diabetic, making sure that there's a diabetic diet, or if somebody has hypertension, we got to make sure the salt intake is reduced. Again, balanced nutrition, water. A lot of seniors do not drink enough and they become dehydrated, especially with our weather. But more importantly is that a body needs to have replenishing of fluids, and that's what results in a lot of diagnosis of urinary tract infections. But the quality of food is important too. Fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, supports the overall balance of somebody's body functions, but overall health. So balanced nutrition is important. If you fuel with the right food, you will have a lot more energy and a lot of more quality of life. Here is another aspect, is regular checkups. We really need to encourage seniors to go prioritize their preventative health care and have regular checkups to address potential health issues early on. We don't want to wait till something is imminent that we're going to the doctor. If joints are hurting, let's address it with the doctor. If we start seeing swelling, let's address it with the doctor. Do not wait till it's really imminent. So having regular checkups is something that you're being proactive and you're addressing issues before they become more of a problem. Emotional wellness, suggesting journaling or other creative outlets as tools for processing emotions and enhancing emotional resilience. Very, very important. Emotional is also feeling valued and having a purpose. And journaling, I believe in it, especially with our seniors. They can write their notes. I just did a little project with a couple of my clients as their families came to visit them from out of state, and actually did life story. So they interviewed them about things that you would never think to ask your senior loved one. Like, what was your name of your kindergarten teacher? What was your favorite subject in school? And what was your favorite meals as a child? What was your favorite vacation? And, that emotional wellness is brought in because it's happy times. And it's also a creative outlet for them to talk about it. But more importantly, that you have a keepsake item as well. So again, all these things are balanced. If each of these are balanced, quite honest with you, you have a great outcome for your senior loved one. A lot of this stuff can be done in senior living. Think about it. You have 24/7 oversight. They're never alone. Bad inclement weather, guess what? They don't have to go on the road. All the activities and meals are right in shop, right in house. Your neighbor is down the hallway. Again, you don't have to tempt dealing with the weather. Lots of activities, a lot of reminiscing, and not eating alone is so, so important, but a watchful eye over them as well. Activities to participate in during National Wellness Month is find activities that a senior enjoys. Incorporate mindfulness, as we had spoken about, is practicing meditation and deep breathing. Again, connect with others, prioritize healthy eating, schedule preventative care, explore hobbies, and seek support when needed. A lot of this can be done within senior living, and a support to them is even having home health or home health care, where there's skilled nurse and there's therapy that comes out as well too, or what I call the talking nurse, a behavior nurse to deal with some depression or any anxieties that somebody is feeling. The great thing also with in senior living during Wellness Month or all the time is that there is mobile providers that actually come out to the facility rather than warranted for them to make an appointment and go seek out their physicians. You can keep your physicians by all means. If that is your choice, you could get transportation there with the senior living community. So if this is all balanced, guess what? We're going to have a quality of life for your senior loved one, and they could really age in place if they're living in senior living. Now, the next part of our month observances is Immunization Awareness Month. It is a great time for seniors to ensure that they're up to date on their vaccinations. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making us more vulnerable to infections. Vaccines help protect seniors from serious, sometimes deadly diseases like the flu, pneumonia, and shingles. So you want to make sure we are preventative, and these are services that can be rendered. There's a lot of pharmacies that do these vaccination schedules. Sometimes doctors' offices offer it sometimes during the month that they have their patients come in and get that done. Also in senior living, usually there is scheduled days for folks to get them right there in their own home, so to speak. With the weakened immune systems, seniors naturally decline with age, making them more susceptible to infections. And infections can be, let's look what we did with COVID and RSV. Because if the immune system is compromised, they were most likely a candidate or one to be bothered by the COVID. So, their immune systems are weakened, so all the more reason that they need to be in a safe environment to ward off any infections. Preventing serious illness. Vaccines is a key tool in preventing diseases that can be particularly dangerous for older adults, such as influenza, that's the flu, pneumonia, and shingles. People don't realize how, the flu could really result and spiral into something much more prevalent. Pneumonia, a lot of people are compromised with their lungs. And if one does have pneumonia, your lungs are filling up with fluid. And if not recognized fast, it is a very, very serious illness. Protecting the community. Vaccinations help protect not only the individuals receiving the vaccine, but also to prevent the spread of disease to others in the community. And that is really exercised a lot in senior living communities because we don't want one disease brought in or infection brought in and then it's spread. Look what happened with COVID. So again, protecting your community, not only your own immunity, but the others that you socialize with also. Cost-effective disease prevention is vaccinations that are one of the most cost-effective ways to prevent illness and death from vaccine-preventable diseases. So again, very, very important that it's very proactive, it's cost-effective, because getting that kind of ailment or disease or infection requires hospitalization, and you know how expensive that could be, but more importantly, how debilitating that can be. So recommendations for seniors for during this month, but a lot of the times that they should be getting these vaccination is the flu vaccine. It should be done once a year and every year, as the virus changes is annually. So just getting a flu vaccine, say, I had it last year. The flu strands are different each year, so it changes. So the vaccine also changes. Pneumonia vaccine is recommended for seniors, especially those with chronic conditions, COPD. A lot of them that are affected by a lot of lung disorders, but more compromised with immune deficiencies also. Shingles vaccine. The shingles vaccine is recommended for adults 50 and older. It is so painful to have shingles. Sometimes it is on the upper trunk of somebody's body, the back. I've known people that actually had it in their eyes, and it is very, very debilitating. Pardon me. And quite honest with you, it's something that really should be looked upon quite seriously as well too. Other vaccines, consult with a doctor or a pharmacist to discuss other recommended vaccines based on the individual's health and risk factors. During COVID, we were all very much schooled about it, is making sure that we were vaccinated, especially our older population and our seniors. So With all that being said, this is a very important month to go see your doctor. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but also being prepared and being proactive is a quality of life that our seniors deserve and need to be looked after. So if you're the advocate and you're the power of attorney, your healthcare surrogate, make sure that your senior loved one is getting all these services and getting taken care of in the proper timing. And don't wait till it's imminent. Make sure that it's recognized in an early age and early state of mind also. Next week, we're going to be talking about, I'm really excited because I'm going to an actual seminar regarding a couple of topics that's going to be coming upon us. And it's going to be on the 21st, so next week, which is the 19th of August. We're going to be talking about National Senior Citizens Day. And this holiday is to raise awareness about issues that affect senior citizens and their quality of life, an opportunity to recognize their accomplishments and show our appreciation. And the week after that is preparing for an emergency. So with all that being said, please, anytime that you might have a question or concern, please go to my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my bio, demographics, how to get in touch with me, email, various options recommended, resources, and a whole library of video talks on all different subjects. So please go view it. I would love it that you maybe send me a note regarding what you would like to talk about. So with all that being said, I wish you a blessed week and be safe. Make sure that you are well and you are prepared for the onslaught of any kinds of infection or diseases, especially for your senior loved one. Thank you as always. Have a blessed week, and thank you for viewing Linda McKenna on Golden Rule Senior Placement Services Tuesday Talks. Bye-bye now.